Yeah. I've been listening to the news. Yes. Biden has put some stuff together. Look. Between Pike and the Kennedys and the Pope and Confucius and Allah Akbar. Yes. And don't forget Jesus. Nobody will forget Jesus. Anyway, listening to the news today, I am prompted to talk about so much stuff. Well, I don't know where to begin. Maybe I'll begin with, as I get the information, I'm just sharing it. And one of the reasons people say, do you check things? You check, well, to some extent. But a lot of just my instincts, like what rings true. And so, what rings true at the moment, we've got Sudan, the news about South Africa today, and of course Israel and Ukraine. For some reason, I'm jumping into Sudan for some reason. Look, I watched. Unlike many other people, I've been, spending a lot of time on the World Wide Web. Well, a lot of people might be doing that, but in my particular, from the point of view of receiving, I'm receiving. So I receive a little bit of information here, a little bit here, a little bit there. Here. I receive information. I'm informed, as it were. Does that make me intelligent? No, I'm not saying anything about intelligence. I'm just saying I feel informed. I'm receiving. And what I've received so far that I'm believing to be true is, Sudan, I saw a lot of horrible government, the same thing, it's happening in Europe and everywhere in the world today. It's like armed policemen. They say in Ireland where I grew up, the policemen didn't have arms, didn't carry guns. Did that work? Most people believed in God. Or some concept of Godhead, of goodness, of humanity. But the Illuminati considered themselves, above everybody else. We're above everybody else. Unlike the Pharaoh, he didn't even look to the son or to his father, like the Pharaoh looked to his father's son. I'm talking about the ones who talked about putting the priests and the temples out of business. That Pharaoh, The Pharaoh where they killed his son, Tutankhamun, and all that stuff. Yeah. That history. Even going back to Ma'at, I'm going to continue now. Ma'at and the 42 rules of Ma'at. Okay. Which is like more than Moses supposes. Anyway, I had to watch these people rising in the streets like they're doing all over the world now. But this was in Sudan. Rising in the street. Who was controlling the government of Sudan that was shooting down innocent people, innocent protesters in Sudan? And if you go on the news today, they'll probably be backing the same government and feeding them arms like Ukraine, like Gaza, like Israel. It's the same so-called Illuminati who are so far out of the situation now. Get with the program or get fucking lost. You are lost, but get, out of the sight of humanity. Go hide somewhere. I don't know. No, I don't want people to hide anywhere, really. No, I just feel that this Illuminati thing has gone too far. It's the power of secret societies. And I'm thinking of Jesus, and when I grew up, they used to teach Jesus and at 6 o'clock, the bells didn't ring, I suppose, but at 6 o'clock, the veil of the temple fell down, and the Holy of Holies was laid bare to everybody. He didn't even Jesus' apostles, they didn't have to go back into a back room to receive the tongues of fire. It was given freely to everybody. Uh-oh. Well, the Kabbalah people and the priests, are they going to just, spread the knowledge, give every kid in the block the knowledge, teach them how to receive God in the moment. Oh, they didn't do that? And now all this time has passed. I think people like Maraji or some Indian gurus and something, they've made over the years several attempts to spread knowledge. But they're up against secret societies who corrupted it. They call themselves Illuminati and they don't even believe in God. Okay? To get down to the nitty-gritty of that one, I'm just being informed by which is inspiring this talk, by the World Wide Web. I've just been told that 16 or some of the founding fathers of that signed the American Proclamation of Independence, 16 of them were atheist Freemasons. Now, what does that tell you? These people, like Pike's people, considered themselves Illuminati. They'd risen above, they'd acquired the secret of the pharaohs, and they were going to use it to enhance their own familia and make good men better, as they would say. Like it's such a thing as a good man. No man is without some flaws. It's impossible to be otherwise in a perfectly imperfect zone. We ride on a perfectly imperfect pearl, seeking love. In order for love to exist as we know it, it had to be perfectly imperfect. As they say, if we knew the results of every football match, it would be boring. Oh, maybe it wouldn't. We can watch the reruns. I know, they won 2-0. Oh, they won 4-1, 2-1. Watching the reruns is not the same. It lacks the spark of divinity, the unknown. That's why gambling and all divine plays are so popular and attractive, because that's that same divine play that's being played out in every single human being's life as I speak. And you could add animals, spiders, and everything else too, to some extent. All the world's a stage, and we're all playing on the stage. For me, for love. And so, as I put the dots together as I get them, this is for what it's worth. In my imagination, well, as I say, starting with Sudan, there was a horrible government that the people rose up against. And they're not only were they being shut down the street, now they're being blown up and raped and murdered and robbed by the same cronies of the Illuminati, as I call them, the Zionists, the ones who think that they preach God and they don't believe in God. They lie to the humanity everywhere, every day. They don't deserve the positions they're in. They don't deserve this high-minded mind that they seem to be coming down with. It's what they say about me, right? He's so high-minded. Forget it. Move forward. So much for Sudan. Now I'm going to go to Ukraine. A military coup America make no mistake. They don't like Russia. It's still sort of ranks of socialism, communism, something that we're not supposed to like, especially as Christians, which is ironic. So, moving forward with that, after the coup in 2014, you had a crowd moved into Ukraine. Well, it was there already, I suppose. These Zionists, these Nazi, flag wavers, who wanted everybody to speak Ukraine, and if you spoke Russia, you get to Donbass or get the heck out of here. Go back to Russia if you want to speak Russia. Go back to Russia if you want to speak Russia, right? Unfortunately, in Ireland, they didn't have that choice. There was no go back to when they did that, when the English did it to the Irish people and said, you speak English or you get to die. That was it. And it was a bit like that in the Donbass. They were bombing schoolhouses. They were just sending rockets over and killing people. These Nazis, Ukrainian Nazis, who want to speak Ukraine, and they don't want people speaking Russia. Even though people spoke Russia there for so long, there's obviously something nasty going on. And what looks like going nasty is the corrupted US, the corrupted West, the corrupted Europe, the corrupted China, the corrupted Muslims, the corrupted corruption. It's all corrupt. Messed up by this pretentious Illuminati and all of these secret societies. It was such not a shock to me. It made sense to me when I read that letter that I believe is true now from Pike, the leader of the Freemasons at the time in 1871, who wrote that letter ordering, not prophesizing, ordering. He said, I'm sending out my Illuminati to do this in this country and do that in that country. And then we'll have a First World War. Then you go out after that and you do this and you do that and we'll have a Second World War. And then you go out and you do this and you do that and we'll have a Third World War, which will be between the Muslims and the Zionists. Can you imagine if this letter is genuine? He's talking about Zionists in 1871. He's talking about sending his Illuminati to rig up a powerful Muslim anti-Zionist war. You can see it makes sense for atheists to just try to, look, there are a lot of people who love God, if you like, love humanity, love. And they're not particularly attached to any religion. They're sort of independent, as it should be, But religion has played such a big part for thousands of years. Evolution is like a transition. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow, but it's transition. It's program one revised for the one program one revised for the one program one revised for the one program one revised. Program one. Without the revision, you've got the Pike Illuminati dead following the dead. You got the face, the mask, the complexities of the military complex and their secret society Illuminati agents. Aha! What's the hope? What's the good news? What can we do about it? Well, it turns out that the secret that keeps the top secret that keeps all this stuff going, it's been laid bare. According to the Gospels, it was laid bare by Jesus thousands or hundreds of years ago or whatever, but most Christians are still waiting for happen. They're still dipping their heads under the water in the name of Jesus and Forget the tongues of fire. If you want that, you join the fucking secret societies like fucking Corpus Dei, or you know what I mean? But it's going to be secret, and it's going to have bosses, and it's going to have rankism, and it's going to stink of rankism. So we've got to wake up and get on top of all this. Because they are the leaders of the police, they are the leaders of the military, they are leaders of the politicians, they are leaders of the religions. All top secret agents of the Illuminati. And I say, like, who's their master? Who do they consider the master? Oh, they look up the books. What did Pike say that we should do? Totally missing the point of now, of being alive, of being connected, not to a secret, stupid organization, but to the one God in heaven. All right, on earth, bring the God in heaven to earth. That's their job. We are all seeds of love, chosen to love, to be lovers, and to enjoy being lovers. The story that as it's being told by the Illuminati World Wide Web, you know, it's heading for two possibilities. I see. One is the caste system, where everybody will be cast, you know, according to their beauty or the number of teeth in their face or whatever criteria, you know, and the ones who are like cast out maybe are given chips in the head, or the ones who are cast in will be given chips in. Who knows? Something along those lines. Crazy, stupid people who think that the idea that they have it's like so crazy. They actually think they're more intelligent and that they've got something than everybody else. When love is the only thing that's happening here. They get it or they don't get it. With every newborn child. Love, love, love. They're dependent on your love. They have no choice but to love you. And the ones who get lost I could go on, but okay. So in 2014, you had the military coup in Ukraine, and then you had they kept on bombing the Donbass because there were people who were pushed to rush to the more Russian-speaking areas like Crimea and the Donbass area where they spoke Russia, not Ukraine. Those people, the Donbass people did not obviously they wanted independence because they wanted to speak their Russian, and they felt more Russian than Ukrainian Nazis. They didn't want to be a Ukrainian Nazi, but the Ukrainian Nazis were insisting, you can't get away with that. You can't be independent and speak Russian. You've got to be Ukrainian and speak Ukraine. And who is behind that? The Illuminati. They did the military coup. They it's all over the place. Corruption is worldwide. From China, Timbuktu, North, South America, everywhere. It's the same corruption of the truth. The top secret truth has been corrupted. But it's uncorruptible. Oh. So how can you corrupt something that's uncorruptible? That is a very strong point. It's like they say everything serves goodness and love. In the final analysis, everything is moved to serve love. We are all seeds of love, and no matter who we are, no matter who, we are all arrive on planet Earth seeds of love, with the potential for loving and loving and loving and loving, and enjoy loving. However you find your way to love. That's what I feel. I'm still loving myself. I feel living alone, I have no choice. I'm going to take care of myself to some extent. It's getting a bit strange. I'm wondering how I lasted so long. But here I am. Okay. So much for Ukraine. And then when Russia decides, I mean, it's looking at a big picture too. I mean, with the deceitful, lying countries in the West, really, again, Illuminati, lying is one of their traits. Like this Lindsay guy, still talking about babies' heads being chopped off. He isn't talking about the Israeli army doing their Hannibal, blowing up men, women, children, and Jews, Zionists, everything. Doesn't matter what was in those houses on the kibbutz. Blow them fucking up. Doesn't matter who's in those cars. Shoot them all dead. And then blame it on Hamas. You know why it works out to blame it on Hamas? Because it keeps the Bennu guy in power. He needed it. It's like he needed it. He created it. It's part of the plan. It was like simmering there all the time. All they needed was a spark. And to get that spark going, all they needed was orders from his right-wing lot. And they didn't like the festival, probably. A rock festival, too close to Gaza. These people are getting too friendly. They're mixing with the animals. According to those right-wing Nazi nasters. So, this is the reality. You guys are just out of it. You're out of order. It's Program 1 revised for the one Program 1 revised. And you're back in the grave with Pike and his Illuminati idiots. Okay? Idiots! It's all about top secret is about you. Tongues of fire like Jesus connecting to the one. Al-Akbar. That's it. You get it or you don't get it. The proliferation is words and books and words, and not exactly art. Creativity. Loving art, loving creativity. Enjoying dance, enjoying music. Enjoying all of the fine and the not so fine arts. That's what we're offering. That's what Providence is offering us. Oh no. Doesn't work out for the Illuminati who want, there is no God, for a start. Remember, 16 of them. And not to mention, Ben-Gurion table of, again, the ones who signed the papers to create Ben-Gurion's state of Israel. None of them were rabbis. At least none of them had their hats on in the pictures where they were signing it. It was just a bunch of secular people. Illuminatis, though. Connected to the Nazis in Germany, connected to the Nazis in South America, connected to Nazis everywhere now. Thinking we're so connected. Look, circumcision was a way of, if you like, in the Abraham story, it was a way of using you, chastising you, and using you as an example. You were chosen because of you were stubborn and you were abusing what an Illuminati and what Jesus called tongues of fire. You were abusing it somehow. I don't know, everybody to each his own. Find your own way to abuse it if you like. For what it's going to get you. At the moment it looks like nuclear war for everybody. But you'd have a good time. We'd have fart till the end, I don't know what else to say except that it seems that what happened in Ukraine was similar to the English and the Irish, where they were they wouldn't let them speak their own language, Russian. They wanted to speak Russian, and the Ukrainian people didn't want. I mean, the Nazis didn't want to allow that. And like all of these situations, they are like, oh, the atheist Illuminati just love it because it gives them a way to control. Where they've got violence, where they can introduce violence, they can get control. The fear of violence and the use of violence seems to work every time. Helps them get control. So you've got to have a really violent police force, a really violent army, and really violent-minded, right-wing politicians. That's how you control the people. Religion, you've got to have God. And what's God? There's no God. How can you keep people together with religion? It's always faltering. We tried that. I mean, they've been trying that for years. It never worked. I mean, who is God anyway? Where does God show himself? Like you can see the people in Gaza today. Praying every day. In spite of all that they're going through. Asking, Allah Akbar, help us, help us, help us. Now, in the old world, and people expect help to come in the form of mighty armies defeating mighty armies, like Supermans and all that. Messiahs, whatever you want to call it. However, what's winning today is love, I feel. Love is winning today as it always has. But say, well, where is love's armies? I mean, you got all these Muslims all over the world. Allah Akbar. They show huge expressions in West Africa, North Africa, South Africa, China, Timbuktu, South America, North America, everywhere there are Muslims. And the Muslims, there's a lot of Muslims in the world. They're all praying to Allah Akbar, right? And you see these Zionist Nazis slaughtering the children, Muslim children, and what's God doing? And the atheist Zionists are just, yeah. We'll show them there's no God. We'll show them there's no God. That's the attitude of that right-wing Zionist mob. They're throwing the Fauci lot too with them. They've got so much power with the education and from Hollywood to the at least they had. But that power is, it needs balancing. It's all balanced at the top down. And they've lost the top a long time ago. They lost the top a long time ago. It appears Pike still appears. He still has his people, still has those, all over the world, in every government of the world, you would have the Illuminati who consider themselves above the people, You got all the people, the populace, and there's us. Yes? You do think like that? Well, this is the time to wake up and get connected personally. To something beyond human, if you like. Beyond what you consider normal. So, tomorrow's another day, eh? Tomorrow's another day. And so, the power that's going to win this war, all of these wars, because as I'd like to see it, that what would be the result? If love was to overcome take over the hearts of all of these hardened, right-wing people who just lost it, lost their connection to humanity and love and Godhead. It's what's going to defeat them is what I describe as the butterfly effect. The butterfly effect. And when asked what's the power of Jesus, people say, Jesus, great power. In the name of Jesus is great power. How do you expect the Jesus power to express itself? With guns and bombs and best ammunition going? We have the best bombs. We have Jesus? No. The butterfly effect. Exorcism. By whom do your children cast them out? In other words, the narrative. Lies must not be permitted to rule. Look, everybody can speak their mind. Look at me, my imagination, Yes, allow everybody to speak their mind. But it's Program 1 revised for the one Program 1 revised every second. And for those who like things to be so stable, we're not. It's just a fact of life. Nothing is stable. Stability is the illusion it would be. How quick, they say, for any part of the body to develop a cancer. Huh? Why? Why all of a sudden something like this? A rebellious growth in my genes. Oh! Right? What's stable? What's stable? Your heartbeat? Yes, pretty good choice. Your breath? Pretty good. You're still breathing. Stable enough, I suppose. Exorcism. Expose totally on the globe, all around. It's not just expose America and ha, China. No, expose China, expose America, expose Russia, expose the West, expose England, Ireland, France, all of Europe. Expose them all to the lies. Just do not allow them to lie anymore. If you're a sentient human being, has any kind of faith in love as a source of creation, do not allow anybody to tell lies. Do not allow the Illuminati to take on an excuse and think, oh yeah, but we've got to control the riffraff, and if lying is that, you are sick old farts. You're in the grave with that Pike guy, this head of the secret societies that sent his Illuminati out to start wars in the name of, we're going to prove to them there's no God, and they have to put up with us as their God. So, that's who we're dealing with. Thank you very much. Now, I hope I can get into a better mood. I want to know what love is. I want love. It's mighty, merciful, true. Mighty, merciful. eyes of my son. My planet's preserver, preserving on and on and on. Oh, love is mighty, merciful, true. Mighty, merciful, true. Once love is given, each and every one of us are its children. Angels love loving wings. As we come here loving just about everyone and everything. And all of those angels are gonna be loving me and you. And so we are seeds of one love upon the world that come into. All of our thoughts of enemies falling beneath one's loving feet. Oh, love is mighty, merciful, true. Mighty, merciful, true. Oh, and one's love, giving each and every one of us in our time worlds to witness and feel, and all love and all the world coming on through seeds of one love and you. One love is mighty, merciful, true, mighty, merciful, true. Though all of this world may fade away, It be gone. One love keeps going on like worn out clothes. All of our lifetime changes. Oh, one love ever and ever be the same. Oh, evolving drops of rain, like loving drops of rain, again and again. Seeds of one love, like drops of rain, evolving drops of loving rain. Oh, and so many sentients, humans, playing the game again and again and again. Evolving drops of loving rain, evolving drops of loving rain.